Hey there, this is Peter Vekselman, and I'm here today with Kimberly Yates. And what I want to talk to you about today is the importance of working with the right people. So look, you guys all know that I always preach about you got to build a team, you got to build a team, you got to leverage your time, you got to leverage your efforts through other people. But one of the things I'm constantly hearing about in this business is, well, who are those other people? Now, we know who they are conceptually. We all need a realtor, we all need a construction guy, we all need people to negotiate our deals, find our deals, fix our deals, close our deals, and all that. The problem really comes in that when you specifically look into those fields, who are the people you want to work with? And so my contention is all the time, especially beginners, they tend to work with the lower level people, and especially people that are doing maybe something new and different, they tend to work with the lower level people. Well, my contention is no matter what, you always got to go to the top. So let's just talk about you, Kimberly.
Okay.
How long have you been doing this business?
About 10 years.
About 10 years. Last fiscal year, about how many deals did you close?
178.
Okay, about 178. So that's perfect. So bottom line is in the realtor world, that's huge. That's top of the line. Volume-wise, last year about?
32 million.
32 million. Okay, so for those of you that understand the realtor world, you know that's huge. For those of you that don't, that's huge. I mean, this is a top-of-the-line agent at Century 21, which is where we're working with Kimberly through. She is as good as it gets, and everybody knows Century 21. So bottom line is tremendous amount of credentials. But let me tell you how I myself got trapped in this whole philosophy of kind of sort of starting at the bottom. So I work with agents in different capacities for a ton of years now. And one of the things we started doing not actually too long ago is that we actually started feeding our leads that we couldn't close on to other agents. And we've been doing that for a little while, and then a little bit ago we actually got reorganized, we got really structured, we saw a tremendous amount of potential working with agents on basically what we would call throwaway leads. They convert them into listings, they sell them, and then everybody's making money. And so when I really decided to organize this, see, back then for me this was a new strategy, this was a new technique. So I did what so many other people do, is I started developing that side of my business. I started going to people in that industry, and I started asking them, well, who do I choose to do this with? Who are the agents I got to be feeding these kind of sort of throwaway leads? Remember, these are seller leads that are looking to sell their properties. And here's the feedback I got from almost every single person, highly credentialed people. They said, Pete, because the way you're doing it, because the way you're structuring this business for you on these throwaway leads needs to be built with newer agents, inexperienced agents, agents that quite aren't successful. Everybody in that realtor world told me the same thing. They were doing the same thing that so many of you hear. Hey, Pete, you're kind of brand new in this thing. Here's what we're thinking, start at the bottom. And you know what? I fell for the exact same trap. That's exactly where I started. We picked a bunch of inexperienced, brand new, not very successful agents to feed these leads to. And without going into a ton of details, because I'm sure some of them are watching this, but without going into a ton of details, what happened, it was kind of sort of a failure. Not only failure from the kind of results we were getting, but when you're working with new, inexperienced, not successful, you're not only not getting the results you want to get, you're also getting all the reasons that they're new, not successful, and trying to make this thing work. Bottom line is, I realized very quickly that my philosophy of always going to the top, and which it should be your philosophy, needed to also happen here. So literally within a couple weeks, we restructured everything. And this was a while back now. And we got rid of all the new, the not successful, the not the ones that knew how to do this business. And we went to Kimberly for only one reason. She was as good as it gets around here. She was a top agent. And I said, Kimberly, look, we got seller leads. These are golden leads in my opinion. We've been kind of working in this bottom of the rung. I want you to do it. And you could literally see the progression from the time that we were doing it with people that were at the bottom of their field to the person now that's at the top, night and day results. We have dozens and dozens of listings now.
True.
We're getting closings on a weekly basis. Bottom line is this. It's now working the way I always envisioned it to work because I did what I'm preaching to you that you need to do. I went to the top. So as you're building your team around you of agents, doesn't matter if you're brand new, don't be intimidated. Go to the very top agent in your city and tell them that you need help finding deals or however you want to work with them. If you got 20 rehabs going on and you don't think things are going well with them, don't settle for the guys that could barely pay their bills and now they're fixing your inventory. Go to the very, very top contractor in your area and you cut a deal with them to work for you. You know, if you're a person and you're working with wholesalers in terms of getting deals and you're kind of intimidated by that one top wholesaler in your area because you think, well, gosh, how much inventory can I buy from him? You know, I'm only good for maybe 1 or 2 deals every once in a while. So now you're trying to get all your stuff from wholesalers that are kind of in your shoes. Don't do that. I want you to go to the very top wholesaler and I want you to tell them what you're looking for. Whatever you're looking for, don't settle with the bottom of the barrel. There's a reason they're at the bottom of the barrel. Whatever you're looking for in terms of developing your team, you absolutely, positively have to go to the top. And this is what I hear all the time. I'm new, I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'm struggling, yada, yada. Look, here's the bottom line. Every single one of us, Kimberly, myself, we were all rookies at some point. The best, greatest people in any industry, I don't care if you're Michael Jordan, at a point in time, you were a rookie, you were struggling. So if somebody doesn't want to work with you just because you're brand new, if you're kind of a rookie, if you might not have the kind of credentials they have, that's not a person you probably want on your team no matter what. You know, one of the things I've learned from Kimberly is that every time something like this comes up, hey, will you take a listing? What do you always say?
Of course.
Of course. Mm-hmm. See, the people at the top, they don't really care if it's a $100,000 deal or $1 million deal. The reason they got to the top is they treat everything the exact same way. So if you're a rookie, don't ever be intimidated by anybody in this business. So I hope that helps.
Hey, you guys know what we do here. We do a ton of deals, and I have a one-on-one coaching program where I coach people just like you to help become very, very successful real estate investors. So if you're a buyer or you know other buyers literally all over the world that are looking for deals in the Georgia market, specifically concentrated towards Atlanta, you need to be on our buyers list. By now, you'll see my email scrolling across the screen. Send me an email. Just say, add me to the buyers list. And on a daily basis, you're going to get some terrific, both ROI and equity-driven deals emailed right directly to you through email. The other thing, if you're looking to become a successful investor, whether you're brand new, just getting started, or whether you're doing it already and you're looking to be a bigger, more sophisticated, more savvy investor, I know I could help you do that. Again, you could either send me an email to learn more about my one-on-one coaching program, or better yet, right below this video, there's a link right directly to my website. You can go straight there and learn more about how I could help you become very successful in this industry.